Prairie Street Prime Culinary Kitchen, where we are cooking kosher with me, Chef Kendra. Welcome to the Prairie Street Prime Culinary Kitchen. Today you are cooking kosher with me, Chef Kendra, and we are making one of my favorites, Instapot Lamb Shank Shawarma. It's to die for. Today we are using Prairie Street Prime's kosher lamb shank to make this warm you right up shawarma. Lamb shank comes from the shin of the animal and they are notoriously tough, unless, of course, you cook them correctly. But how is that? Well, it's low and slow. Or if you're in a pinch and you don't have much time, it's in an electric pressure cooker like the Instapot. All right, let's pat down the meat. I want to get rid of any extra moisture before searing to ensure I get a great little crust. A nice seasoning of coarse kosher salt and ground black pepper. Be generous here with the seasoning because this is the only time I'm going to season with salt. My Instapot saute function has been preheating, so I'm going to sear these off. I love one pot cooking. Less mess just means less stress. Now, I'm gonna let these bad boys sear on the high setting, just letting the flavors start to wake up and seal within the meat. And a flip, that's what we're looking for. That caramelization is the start of a beautiful, beautiful thing, people. Okay, cool. Let's let these sit to the side for a moment and we can build our sauce. 1 red onion quartered. I love the softness of a red onion. You can totally use white, but red just tends to be a little bit softer. Some cloves of garlic, and then quartered Campari tomatoes. I like these because they are sweet and juicy, and that's actually really important in this recipe. Make sure you use a wooden spoon so you can really scrape up the fond or those little brown bits left over from the shanks. You can see the tomatoes are breaking down so nicely already. The sauce is already starting to come together. Okay, for my liquids, I've got a veal stock I made a while back. Now, you might remember those bones from my veal confit. I just cooked them down with water, salt, and some herbs, and then froze it for another day. And today is that another day. If you don't have veal stock, no stress. Low sodium beef stock is just fine. And then some dry kosher red wine. Give it a twirl. And let's just nestle these seared shanks on in. Okay, here's the fun part, the shawarma seasoning. Cumin, turmeric, paprika, onion powder, coriander, and nutmeg, or allspice if you prefer. Just dump and stir. Basically, it's all gonna be a party in there once the pressure comes up, so you don't have to be so perfect. All right, lock on the lid, set to pressure cook for 60 minutes. Make sure it's on high, and it's a go. All right, so really quick thing on the Instapot here. The timer went off. I switched over, using a spoon to keep myself away from the steam that was coming out of it, to the vent. It naturally vented itself. Once the venting process was done, this little pin over here just popped back down. Now I know that it's safe for me to open up, okay? All these machines are different. Make sure that you read the instructions on yours and you know how to use it. Otherwise, here we go. I love how it sings to me. I know I say that every time, but it just gets me. It's so heartwarming. Oh, shawarma, baby. Here we are. Oh, it smells so good. Holy moly. Oh, it is just, well, if you need a lamb bone for your Seder plate, it's right here, okay? This is to die for. This lamb just fell apart. It's one of the things I love about lamb shanks. Now, of course, you can do this in the oven with a low and slow braise. It fills the house with such beautiful aromas, but doing it in the Instapot takes no time at all, as you saw. Oh, it is just falling apart. Perfection. I'm gonna scoop some out for myself. Oh, yum. All right. Okay. Right into my bowl. Okay. All right. Piece of tomato. I love how everything falls apart so beautifully. Okay, excellent. So you will notice that I'm not serving it over anything. I'm gonna give you some options that you can do. So if it's not Passover, go crazy over rice, over pita, whatever you wanna go with, right? But if it is Passover, I would highly recommend serving it with some matzah, serving it with some roasted potatoes or something along those lines, or having it kind of like a shawarma soup as I'm having. Have fun with it. Now for the taste. Oh my gosh. Those warm spices along with that beautiful veal broth that I use and that red wine, the lamb, to die for. To die for. This is a surefire winner. Absolutely. This to me is a winner. It's light, it's earthy, it has all those beautiful, amazing spices, the richness from the veal, but married with the earthiness of the lamb. Oh my gosh, please give this one a shot. Check out the recipe and the ingredients below, youtube.com/Prairie Street Prime. You're already here, so you know where to go. Ingredients and recipe below. Leave us some comments. Let us know how it worked out for you. Make sure you head on over to prairiestreetprime.com to order up your Lamb Shanks. See you next week, 2 p.m. Eastern.
Subscribe to our channel now and set your notifications so you don't miss our latest recipes and chef-led tutorials. Then head over to prairiestreetprime.com to shop for your next big meal.